Hello, I'm meteorologist Francis Credencer, and here is your weekly Montana Weather Hazards Briefing. For updates, please visit the National Weather Service webpage or contact any of the Montana NWS offices. We have another week of active weather coming up across the Treasure State, leading off with a prolonged period of snow Monday through Wednesday. The heaviest snow is expected to be for the mountains along and west of the Continental Divide, with the highest impacts anticipated for many of the mountain passes. Lesser amounts of snow are expected over southwest Montana into the plains of central and eastern Montana. Strong winds are expected for some areas of south-central Montana on Monday. A cold snap is anticipated for much of the state, especially east of the Divide later this week, lasting at least through the weekend, which could bring sub-zero wind chills to many places. Another winter storm appears increasingly likely to impact the state late this week into the weekend. A wind advisory is out for the Absaroka foothills, including the I-90 corridor through Park and Sweetgrass counties, with a high wind warning in effect for Big Timber north through Harlowton. Winter weather advisories are in effect for the areas shaded in purple. Snow will still fall in areas outside of the advisories, but is expected to be lighter and cause minimal impacts. Here is the forecasted total snowfall for the early week winter system. This will be a long-duration system for much of the area, with this map showing snow totals between Monday morning and Wednesday afternoon. The heaviest snow will fall for many of the mountains and higher valleys of western Montana, as well as for the Continental Divide from Rogers Pass northward. East of the Divide, lower snow totals are expected for central and eastern Montana, but there could still be some impacts, especially in any periods of heavier snow that form along a slow-moving front over the north-central plains. Here is a listing of some passes for central and western Montana, with a breakdown of snowfall expected each day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, as well as a forecast storm total. This should give an idea of when and where to expect the periods of heaviest snow, but we certainly encourage you to check with your local NWS office for full details on timing, intensity, and totals. Feel free to pause this slide for further review. As mentioned, there are wind advisories out for the Absaroka foothills, including the I-90 corridor, with a high wind warning from Big Timber through Harlowton. Wind gusts over 60 miles per hour are expected in this area through Monday evening. It will remain gusty through midweek, but it is not expected to be as bad as Monday. A significant cool down is likely across much of the state later this week, with the sharpest temperature drops expected across eastern Montana. Wind chills will be below zero for many locations east of the Divide during the overnight and morning hours later this week, creating exposure concerns for anyone who has to be outdoors for an extended period of time. Wind chills could dip below 20 degrees for parts of northeastern Montana Thursday night and Friday morning. It is appearing increasingly likely that another winter system will impact much of the state late this week into the weekend. While it is too early to forecast snow totals with confidence, the overall character of this system could be somewhat similar to the one impacting the state early this week. It could be a longer duration event, with snowfall stretching over parts of a few days, and the heaviest snowfall may once again fall along and west of the Divide. Stay tuned for updates as we gain greater clarity in the coming days on the details of this next winter weather system. The Week 2 forecast points strongly towards it remaining colder than normal for all of Montana. There are better chances for above normal precipitation as well, so plan on an active weather pattern continuing next week. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, contact any of the 4 Montana NWS offices. We are available 24/7, 365. Have a great week.